Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is Great Western Exploration, which is discovering the northern YILGARN area of WA. This is an exciting area, in fact, an area where I've been prospecting with my dad when I was a kid. Obviously, I should have paid more attention as a youngster. To present for Great Western, please welcome a geo with global experience in highly successful companies, the Managing Director of Great Western Exploration, Jordan Luckett.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending my presentation today. My name is Jordan Luckett and I'm the Managing Director of Great Western Exploration. Disclaimer. Okay, Great Western is a gold and base metal exploration company exploring the northern YILGARN. The northern YILGARN is a region mixed world-class Archean gold belts and Proterozoic basins. The company has a main project called the YANDAL West Gold Project, which is located in the YANDAL Gold Belt, midway between Bronzewing and Jundee. We acquired the project early last year as we consolidated two historical Ives and Harris Fine goldfields. The acquisition allowed us to apply some systematic exploration to this area for the first time in 30 years after a sort of fractured period of ownership of private prospectors and majors. This systematic exploration resulted in almost immediate exploration success. And late last year made a greenfields gold discovery at our May Queen prospect. The company also has a large land holding of Proterozoic rocks in the region. 80% of the world's metals come from Proterozoic rocks, and there are large base metal deposits in similar settings elsewhere in the world. These rocks also host deposits such as Degussa, Magellan, Abra, Polsons, and also there are many other occurrences through these Proterozoic basins. However, despite these areas have mostly been unexplored, and the company believes are highly prospective for sedimentary base metal deposits. So we've used the GSWA data, who have invested very heavily into these areas over the last 10 years, to encourage explorers to visit these areas for the first time for many instances, and we've been using that data, and we've selected some very large land holdings on the basis of these regional data sets. The company also believes that even proof of concept in these areas can have a significant return on investment, as these are the sort of projects that will and can attract interest from majors. An example of this is our Sandfire Resources joint venture, which we entered into last year, where they're exploring our northern Eridar tenements. Okay, just a corporate snapshot of the company. We have a capitalisation of around about $10 million. We have $3 million in cash, which is sufficient to fund our planned exploration for the next 12 months, at least for the next 12 months. Our top 20 shareholders control about 40% of the company, and the board and management own 13% of the company. The company has an experience and expertise in exploration and development, and including Terry Grammer, who's a well-known, very successful exploration geologist, won Prospector of the Year for discovering Cosmos. He was a co-founder of Western Areas, and he was also on the board of Sirius when they made the Nova discovery. So Terry's very well credentialed and has a very good understanding of this type of work. We also recently appointed Remus Karatis. Remus is another very successful geologist who was a founder of Aurelia Metals, which he oversaw at his time there as MD, the discovery of the Hera deposit, which he also oversaw the development and also the production of that project. And the Hera deposit is a golden base metal deposit located in New South Wales. And our chairman is Kevin Soames, who is a very experienced accountant and auditor who has been advising mining and resource companies for over 50 years. Our main project is the YANDAL West project. This is the area where we will be devoting most of our time and budgets to over the next 12 months. The project itself, as I've mentioned earlier, is the consolidation of two historic goldfields, the Icefind and May Queen Goldfield. Both fields have had various ownerships over the years, and a lot of the time it's been held by private prospectors, and surprisingly little historical work has been completed. In fact, the historical work is limited really just to some shallow RC drilling in and around the existing shafts. The project itself is located in the YANDAL belt, midway between the Jundee and Bronzewing mines, and we believe it is actually located at the intersection of two regional structures, one that actually can be traced back to Mount McClure Gold Mine, which is a Mearnouse deposit in the YANDAL belt, and the other is the one that hosts Bronzewing 50 k's to the south. This is the first time that systematic exploration has actually been applied to both fields at the same time using the same methods in an orderly and systematic way. And almost immediately this approach had immediate success with the delineation of a 9 kilometre long gold in soil anomaly that linked up to both gold fields, but also, more importantly, was also very coincident with a significant aeromagnetic structure, and there was the obvious, very large soil anomaly at May Queen, at which we drilled late last year when we made a greenfields gold discovery there. So none of this area at May Queen had been previously drilled. We're currently drilling the project as we speak, and we anticipate that there will be continuous drilling and work campaigns for the remainder of the year at the project. The May Queen prospect, where it's the focus of our activities at the moment and where we've made this greenfields gold discovery. It is a very large 3.5 by 1.5 kilometre geochemical anomaly, coincident with a very highly prospective structural setting. Initial results from drilling to date have been encouraging, intersecting high-grade lodes in what is a broader mineralised system. The drilling has been very broadly spaced and has really been designed to try and for us to try and locate mineralised structures and areas to prioritise to start further infill drilling. The ultimate goal, of course, is to cover this whole anomaly in nominally 400 metre or 200 metre line spacings, so that we can determine the nature of the mineralisation and areas of a higher priority. One thing we are very confident with right now is that the gold is primary, and that the drilling has shown that the actual soil anomaly and the structural setting is mapping out an extensive gold system, primary gold system. All the structures that we've intersected to date all remain open, and drilling is continuing. We intend to do campaign-style drilling on this prospect, doing 1,500 to 2,000 metres at a time, wait for the results, assess the results, and make the adjustments as we go. So our next steps over the next 12 months is the ongoing RC, and there will be some diamond drilling in the next several months at YANDAL West, at the May Queen anomaly. We'll also do some more work at the Ives Find goldfield, where we have done some previous drilling and that all those structures remain open. The RC drilling at the moment is currently underway, and we'll also be testing other geochemical anomalies along the 9K trend. In our other projects, we'll be focusing on generating some cobalt and copper and vanadium exploration targets, and the Sandfire joint venture, Sandfire's notified us that they have just started a large airborne EM survey covering our entire area. We also have another gold target we call the Finlayson target. It's a Wiluna lookalike, which we're waiting for the tenements to be granted, and we anticipate that we'll be drilling that in August. And we're currently drilling a gravity anomaly at our Chisel target, which we believe is a base metal target, and we've completed 3 holes of a 6-hole program there, and we intend to go back there shortly. So thank you, and I'll see you outside.